Hello, EFR students. What we want to talk about in this instructional video is how to create an instrument at a basic level. So here, as an example, we have the principal survey, and this survey was part of an actual study that was done, and I've given you an example of this study. It's Styron Lemire 2009 Principal Preparation Programs manuscript. So I'm giving you an example of the manuscript. But the key aspect of a survey is you want to find out some information. And we can find out some factual information and some opinion information. Or so it says, please take a minute to below survey. The purpose of the survey is to assess and prove current certification. So we have some descriptor on top. But then what we need is some demographic and research questions. Now the key research question here is type of administrative certificate program. So this study investigated the traditional certificate program versus the alternative program. So this was our research question. And there were three demographic questions within the survey: gender or sex, highest degree area, and what's your current position, principal or assistant principal. Okay. Now, you could also have a research question that deals with the sex of the person or the gender, male versus female. For now, you should have some kind of demographic information within your study, and ideally research question. Okay. And but for the 509 project, the research question is not necessary because you're not dealing with a direct research question. For 515 project and other projects, yes, you need a research question because that's what you'll do your testing on. Okay, so we want to learn some information about related to the administration or the certificate program. And where we have our research question is our independent variable. Then we want our dependent variable. And to do this, we want to think of this in terms of a conceptual map. Okay, and and the type of conceptual map here we're working with is a hierarchical decomposition of the idea. So at level one here, we have administrative. This is level one here, and administrative education. Okay, level two constructs here, we have accountability and law. Level three are the individual questions, and these are also individual constructs. My certificate program has prepared me to in my current position. So under accountability, we have three questions related to accountability. Understand, interpret school data, break down school data to improve individual student achievement, manage school accountability plans. So all these deal with accountability in that sense. So they're conceptually independent at each question, yet they're conceptually dependent when you collapse them up a level into level two as accountability. So down here we have our other level two construct, which is law. So we'd be expecting these to be three law questions. So under law, it's my certification program has prepared me to, in my current position, handle school budget, hire school personnel, manage renewal, termination of school personnel. Okay, so what we have here is three questions related to that. Within an idea, within an administrative assistant, we'd like to account for the dimensionality of the idea. Okay, the example here, I'm only asking you for two, but if there's another aspect of it, like in the actual paper, you'd have even more level two constructs. But the key is that if I possess a lot of accountability skills, I should get a high score, a high score, a high score. Or if I possess a little, I should get a low score, a low score, a low score. So we're trying to work with the same idea of accountability. We don't want to introduce different ideas. So these should all be accountability. And if I possess a lot of the accountability at the level above it here, I should get high score, high score, high score, or medium score, medium score, medium score, or low score, low score, low score, meaning I'm being internally consistent with the level above it. So these items will be consistent. And that's kind of what we're striving for. Again, they should be all of the same idea, yet getting different dimensions of that idea in the construction. So I can use the concept map here to I can use the concept map here to kind of lay out my ideas and my questions, and then I need to transfer to the survey and actually work with the survey and write my questions in here. I've given you the format of strongly disagree to strongly agree. and we have actual numbers here associated with these, and that's kind of very important. There's no neutral in here. Some people like neutral, but there's no neutral in this scale. And what we can do is some form of disagreement or some form of agreement as well. We can give a percentage for each of the items, that aspect. So what I'm asking you to do is create an idea, something, your dependent variable that you want to measure, have some idea of a research question, which isn't completely necessary, but what is an idea, and give it a hierarchical decomposition. And I want you to have a minimum of 2 level 2 constructs. So here we have accountability and law, and then 3 items for each of those constructs. Go ahead, use the example I gave you, put them in the scale, and for the 509 project, you can give them out to whoever can. They can be family member. For example, what if I had cooked something? I'd made, for example, pizza, and I want to talk about texture and flavor. They could be 2 of the items. So I could have 3 questions on texture of the pizza, 3 questions on flavor of the pizza. If under flavor, did it leave an aftertaste? Was it pleasant? Blah, blah, blah. Dealing with flavor issues and alike. And that's what I want you to do for this project. Thank you.